Well, welcome back. I thought I'd give you a quick update on the progress so far. It's quite a lot at the moment. Let's start from the front. We've got the radiator in. There's a second-hand radiator. It did come out of another Robin, but it had some brackets down the side. I've cut all them off and had some new ones re-welded on. I've still got to straighten these fins up because they're a little bit, some of it bent. You can probably see where it's been welded. It's welded down there, a little bracket there. I've got 4 brackets that go through the tubes to there. Oh, got my finger out of the way, and a couple of the bottom ones. The only problem I had with this top one, I had to take the cable out because the chances of me missing the cable that goes through there up to the headlight are quite slim. So I've cut it out and obviously resoldered it back together again. So the radiator's in there. The other thing I had to do for the radiator was change the water pump. It had the with a threaded one on there. So I was hoping I was going to get an electric fan in that little gap, but I can't get on slim enough, so the fan's got to go in the front. So obviously we've got a nice new water pump on there now. The thermostat housing here, I took it off while it was there. I thought I'd give it a clean, but it's just full of like pink slime, like jelly stuff. Cakes. Anyway, I took the thermostat out and poured some boiling water over it, and it opens and closes as a treat. I've still got to do some hose work down there, hose for there to there I've got to do, but I'm going to leave that for the moment because I want to get an electric fan, and somehow it's got to fix in the front. I've got a rough idea how I'm going to do it. I can fix into the tube up here with some captive nuts. I use a steel captive nuts, not the LE ones, and I'll see I can go into the, I know it looks a bit tight, but I can actually go into there. So that's pretty much that at the moment. I was going to, the reason I bolted them, because there's too much petrol in the garage. I've got my other car standing next to it. I've got cans of petrol laying all over the place. Let me see one over there. Obviously there's fuel in this car. I don't know what the fuel pipes are like, so I thought all the stuff I'm going to do, I'm not going to weld anything on it, I'm just going to bolt it. So that's pretty much where we are at the moment there. The other thing I'm doing is, I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, I did alter the pedals because I couldn't get my feet on them. So, but what I'm doing there, see if I show you. I don't know if you can see, not particularly that clear, but the tunnel that goes over the gearbox is quite wide. What I'm planning to do, I'm going to cut it, and I'm going to put a recess in there so I can get my foot in there. So it doesn't need, I don't know why people make them so bloody big. You don't need tunnels so big as that. You've got at least another 1.5 inches either side there. Just make them nice and tight and you've got plenty of room for your feet. Anyway, that's what it is, so it'll be a bit of a bastard to get that out. That's pretty much that at the moment. Well, that should be good. Well, that's pretty much at the moment. The only thing I did fine when I was underneath, so obviously the car's jacked right up at the moment. I'm not going to go under there to show, but a lot of these sump bolts, quite a few of them are snapped, and they're all odd ones, and one of those bloody things leaking. So what I'll do, I will take the engine out. I think it's got to come out anyway. I just want to check it all over. The engine's actually, I'm hoping it's actually okay. I've fired it up a couple of times, it runs nicely. But luckily I did change the radiator because I don't know what it is. I think you can get some stuff called wetter water or water wetter or something like that. But whatever it is, it's just turned to bloody jelly. Horrible stuff, nasty stuff. Let me show you the other radiator. Right, here's the other radiator I took out. You see where the fan was hitting it? But it hasn't actually touched the cores, which is really good. I've had a really good look at it. The actual cores gone through are actually fine. But it's just the fins that are a bit, let's see a bit closer. It looks actually worse than what it is. But you know, there's no damage to the cores itself. So if anybody needs a radiator for a Robin, here it is. Apparently the guy, when I brought the got the radiator, well, brought the Robin off of him, he had this one specially made, and it's supposed to be really good and keep the car nice and cool, but it's quite thin. So give us a shout if anybody needs it. Oh, the other thing I've mentioned, or I forgot to mention, was the master cylinder. I've actually just rebuilt that one, put new seals in and everything, so that was full of crap as well. I don't know, forget the name of the company now. That's helpful because I couldn't actually identify what year Sierra it came off of, but obviously it's got the casting number on the side. And I run this company called Past Parts, and I gave him the number, and he identified it straight away. He said it's a Girding, and he told me what series it's off, and he sent me a repair kit. And he said, I think it's about £18 he quoted me, but when he come through it's 24 quid, so that's it. Oh, the other thing I've got to do, these pipes are only loosened at the moment. I've got to get some heat shrink, or not heat shrink, some heat protection over there, because they're right above the exhaust manifold. So before I pipe them in, so they're only screwed in loosely. Before I pipe them in, I should put some sleeve over that. Top of the radiator, I was going to polish it, but I've gone off shiny stuff. I like the setting, so I've made it a setting finish. Well, what I did with it is got some 400 wet and dry with some oil, cleaned it all up with that, and got a Scotch Brite pad on a piece of wood, and just rubbed it over it. The reason you keep it on a piece of wood so you can get some nice straight lines on it. So I think that's pretty good. So I'm just waiting for the fan to come now. I'll get the fan done, and unfortunately the tunnel for the gearbox, which I'm not looking forward to doing, because there's well, it's a pain in the arse to get to actually. I don't really want to take the bonnet off because that looks a pain in the arse as well. Anyway, thanks for coming back. See you again. Bye now.